Hi everybody and welcome to today's video. I found some ground turkey expired in 2021. I'm going to go ahead and open it up and see if I can use it. I don't know about you, but food is too expensive to be throwing anything away. And it smells fine, it looks fine. I know for a fact it's been frozen this whole time. So I know for a fact it's been frozen good this whole time. I'm gonna use it. I'm making myself some soup, something cheap, something quick. I need to go out to the garden, finish all of that. Tell you what, I have really been going through my freezers. I have two freezers, they're half empty. That's a really good feeling. My son was like, I don't remember, Mom, your freezers ever being empty. So I'm really happy about that. My pantries, wow. Tell you what, when you don't go to the grocery store and buy much food, you sure do eat it all up. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is saute this ground beef to make some hamburger soup. You know, they don't make things like they used to. This was my mom's. This is old. I remember this spoon ever since I was a little girl. I'm 54 years old. They just don't make stuff like they used to. My soup is different every day that I make it. Don't talk. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching the following video. This is my lemon water. So I drink a quart of it each day and I really feel the health benefits of it. I drink it in a straw because lemon juice is really acidic, so I want to make sure I save the enamels of my teeth. But I'm going to go outside and we're going to talk a little bit more about the video you just seen and how none of us can afford to be wasteful anymore. So let's go outside and let's have a talk. Dark economy has a bright side. And what in the world could that be? Well, we aren't being as wasteful anymore. I don't know anybody who can afford being wasteful. I never thought that I was a wasteful person. I always thought that I was very prudent, I was very conscientious about what I spend, but I realized that I was wasteful in a lot of ways. When the economy is down and the income is lower, you tend to not be as wasteful. You tend to look at every item and every object in your hands and say, okay, how can I reuse this over and over again? Like tin cans and making tin can candles, plastic bags that bread was in, plastic ties, you know, the bread ties and the bread tabs, and all of these things we start saving because, well, we think we could use it again. Back in the Great Depression, people were not wasteful of anything. I mean, they had community drives where they would collect all of their garden waste and they would use it to feed the pigs. You know, nothing was wasted. And here in the United States especially, we have become a very throwaway society and very wasteful. Recently somebody asked me if I'm not using any of the reusable silicone bags. Well, it was pointed out to me that even silicone may have some issues with it. And I do use the silicone bags, but if I have a plastic bag, I'm going to reuse it as much as I possibly can. Now, if I'm storing meat in it, I won't reuse it then, but I rewash plastic bags. Just everything I see now, I think, oh, do I really need to throw that away? In my garden, every little piece of produce. So if I have produce that doesn't look as nice, I am still collecting it, cut out the bad parts, and I am using it. You would be surprised how much at the end of a week you can accumulate if you don't throw anything away. So today I made this soup, and so we made this soup with all these different things I had in my freezer. It was a whole meal that was delicious. My daughter said, "Mom, this is better than the Olive Garden." And it was stuff that maybe I would have thrown away at one point, you know? So one thing about the dark economy is we don't live in such a society that's throw away as much. We're accepting to eat things than maybe we wouldn't have before, like that government meat that I had in a tin can I did a video on about 2 years ago. I still have a little of that meat, and while it tastes grisily to me, I'm learning ways to use it up because I'm not throwing anything away. You know, so when we went through the whole food thing with my daughter, we didn't throw that food away. We donated that food to someone who can use it. So we're not throwing anything away. And one person said, "Oh, well, now you're going to throw away all of your home canned food." I'm like, what? That's just insane. No, I'm eating all of my home canned food. It's all in moderation. And so it's about moderation, and you can have that candy bar if it's once in a while. And I'm not throwing things away, but I am really focusing on what I am eating. And to be honest with you, eating whole foods, you can use every little scrap, every little bread crust, you know, you can turn it into breadcrumbs. And I recently bought, you know, a bunch of bagels. And that was right before all of the things that was going through my digestive system. And so those bagels are in the freezer, and I eat a half of a bagel with peanut butter. So I get Jason's peanut butter, that's healthier, and a half of a bagel every morning. I'm still eating those things. It's just, I'm not gonna throw that stuff away. Money is tight. Like, I don't have money, you don't have money, none of us has money to throw things away. So in a bad economy, there's the dark economy, the dark winter. There is some light to all of that, and that is we become more self-sufficient as far as what do we have in our own homes, what can we use in our homes instead of going out and buying something new. Recycling, repurposing, and reusing. That was the motto of the Great Depression. That should be our motto every single day. Take care, everyone. We'll see you guys again tomorrow.